Angelo here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back, viewers of my stream. This is now part 3 of my final bit of my first immediate reactions after beating Resident Evil 3 for the first time. But in addition to that, I just want to kind of show you some things that ran through my head now that I'm at the final part. Do I gotta run away from Nemesis? Nice, she has her Stars pistol. That's good. No? But when I first encountered Nemesis in Jill's apartment, which kind of just throws Nemesis directly in your face, it doesn't even give you a chance to really, learn about him through exposition, through Brad and whatnot. Instead, you just get him right there at the door with a full face mask and wrapped up and everything. It reminded me of this scene from Jackie Chan's First Strike. In addition to that, I mean, the number one thing I will start with this one is the graphics. Of course, the graphics are probably the best thing about this game. And I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, I think the hardest thing I had were like these guys. These gamma guys, the guys that eat you. There are a lot of one-hit killers in this game. And normally in Resident Evil, they're very far and few between. But in this game, it's like everything is a one-hit killer. And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And Nemesis, he can hit you with that like Zangief twirly arm, basically. He's hitting you with that spinning lariat, and you're just gonna die. So you gotta just have heals on hand and just heal yourself. And that's about it.
Shit.
Wow. Yeah, granted, this first playthrough, it was pretty long for me, but I was literally going all the way through. Finding everything, doing everything. I also dislike no dismemberment. No dismemberment. There is no preemptive killing zombies. Like in Resident Evil 2, if I see a zombie on the floor, just shoot the head off. You know it's gonna come back. It's a fucking zombie, okay? And that's just one of the few times where if you fuck up and you don't take care of the zombie ahead of you, it's gonna come back to you and bite you. In the ass or just anywhere it can bite you. Also, not to mention a random note is that one of the pictures of the maps, it reminded me very much so of the Silent Hill 2 map. So there's that. Like I said, I'll compare them and see what they look like. But another big thing that I've noticed is they give you a lot of busy work. So like kill 200 enemies with a handgun, okay? Kill 130 enemies or 130 enemies with shotgun. 120 with the grenade launcher, 20 with a magnum. As all Resident Evil players should know, you always save that magnum. When you save that magnum, you use it for later. Assault rifle was alright. It seemed a little weak, honestly. Yeah, killed multiple zombies, 2,000 zombies. Knocked the hats off of 28 zombies. Hilarious. I didn't even see that one. That's pretty funny. Oh, and then just like characters just get wiped off the face of the earth. Murphy? Come on, man. There's no scene with Murphy and Carlos.
No! Don't make me do this, Murphy. I don't want to shoot you. Kill me. I finished. Not human. Wait, we don't have to do this. Please hurry. Before I lose conscious. Before too late. Kill me! Yeah! Murphy. Why? No. No.
Carlos!
I believe Carlos and him were homies, and he just looks at him, finds him dead on the floor in that one area where you have to get the oil to get the car moving. But instead, in this one, instead of more or less bringing things and making it much more, you know, personal, this one is more about like, oh,
なんてことするの？
感染してた。
してなかったかもしれないでしょ。
スターズのやつは甘すぎる。壊滅寸前になるわけだ。
あなたたち UBCS は仲間を平気で殺すの？
生かしてもゾンビになってた。お前は生き残る気がないのか。駅に戻っておとなしくしてろ。弱いやつはいらない。邪魔になるだけだ。
Wait!
What did you do?
I had no choice. He was about to turn into a zombie. It would have been a threat, so I eliminated it.
But he was still conscious, wasn't he?
He was as good as dead. And it took fewer bullets to kill him now than it would have if he had transformed. Not now, I'm busy.
that's another thing. They're supposedly civilians, and I'm sure they're freaking out, and they're in that other car, and then Jill never ever talks to him. She's a police officer. She should be like, hey, I'm with the RPD. I can help you out. You know, remain calm. We'll work with these guys and get through. But instead, in the very beginning, she comes off as kind of the villain, if you ask me, because these UBCS guys have already rescued all those people. Those people were safe. They're in the train car. Yet, Jill doesn't want anything to do with them. She just looks at them and it's like, psh, I'm doing it for them. It's like, really? But they're saved because of the UBCS. Which is why, again, I had to change the Japanese, because it just seemed, you know, I don't fully speak Japanese, but I understand it enough, and I can speak enough, you know. I'm working with some people in chat to help me work on it a bit more, but there's just times where it just didn't make sense. Again, the Dario thing, all you get with him, you never get to go back and see him getting eaten. And plus, he does not bring up the bit about his daughter.
What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there! How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't gonna be any rescue. We have to get out of here!
It's just so... Yeah. And Brad? Okay, I mean, again, I already said it before. Brad gets bit on the elbow? What the hell? By a regular zombie. Probably a pajama zombie. You know what I'm saying? This thing right here about the picture perfect thing of seeing Brad and Nemesis. Nemesis is a stars hunter. He finds all the remaining stars people and takes them out. But Brad got bit by a regular zombie and Nemesis is like, good enough. he's just like, good enough for me. And then that's the person that bit Marvin. I mean, that makes sense. And then they made it so these zombies can talk? You see that? Like, what are we doing? Walking Dead kind of stuff? I don't know. It just... Not to mention, just as far as costume-wise, if you look at... Wait, not this Jill. If you look at this Jill, he's wearing skirts. So basically, it's a pair of shorts, but it has like a couple extra things right here in the front that act as like a makeshift skirt look. But it's really a pair of shorts. Okay? Now, granted, I don't know if that makes sense, but I know a lot of people were talking about it, so I had to talk about it. There you go. Kendo. He has one cutscenes, but majority of people are gonna skip it. Yeah, I think she was wearing like black cycling shorts. Yeah, or something like that. This is Marvin before he gets bit. Another thing, maybe I just couldn't hear it, but I don't hear a noise. I remember when you were shooting Mr. Raccoons, there was a slight noise, like a buzzing whenever you were around one. but I didn't hear anything for Toy Uncle. I'm just literally walking around, and if I see it, I just shoot it. That was basically it. This nemesis right here. The way it acts, the way it moves. I've seen it before. Where have I seen it? Oh yeah. It's Birkin. It's Birkin dog form. Dangerous. But it looks like I guess they just had to use it on this one now. They're like all, we'll just put it on Birkin. Birkin's dog form. Yeah, we'll just put it on this one. So pretty much the complaints about people saying this is DLC for Resident Evil 2, I mean, they're not exactly wrong. But RPD, speaking of RPD, the person who goes to the RPD building is Carlos, not Jill. And in this one, Jill just finds her lockpick in like a room or whatnot. And then, oh yeah, she finds it in a box of a guy who exploded after she goes and French kisses that one Drain Demos. But I don't even know if those are technically the new Drain Demos. You don't even see them at the end. The Drain Demos, whatever you find, is all located specifically at that power plant. I've also noticed that everything in this game is one enemy at a time. Like, there's never dogs and zombies. There's never Drain Demos and zombies. I think this is, you know, I guess these are very monster-specific, you know, type of things. They're very prejudiced of other monsters being around them. So zombies only want to chill with other zombies, even the pale heads. And then the, excuse me, and then the dogs don't chill with other zombies. There's no lickers in this, obviously. And then, like, all the hunters, they're just hunters, they fight. Wow, you dodged that shit? Yeah, so... And of course, you know, like, when it comes to this, I mean, yeah, there's my first one. Apparently there's 2 more modes after this. My god, they want you to... Okay. Beat the game in 1:45 minutes? Okay. Well, there you go. Oh, no ink ribbons. Notice that. At least for, hardcore. I don't see it right there. So, yeah, it seems like this game was just possibly rushed. The dodge system's okay. It's probably honestly the best thing, one of the best things about the game. But until you get something like, like the shop, the combat manual, it just basically makes it a little easier to dodge. So for those of you that are familiar with Resident Evil Revelations, especially Revelations 1 specifically, if you play as characters like Hunk and Keith and Pirate, Jill, and I think Rachel in her FBC costume, all of those have like dodge skill 1 or +1, so it makes it easier to dodge. So that's pretty much what this is. So you still have a timer, but then it enhances the time. So instead of maybe like a second or something like that, you get 2 or 3 seconds, which makes everything easier. So I'm assuming you get these things done, do what you can, and then, yeah, good to go. Yeah, there's no mini game. The only time you see the Stagla gas station, and instead of doing a puzzle there, you just run past it and Nemesis shoots at it. That's it. Claymore? Nice. Give it to him, Carlos. Give it to him.
Jill! Hey, the zombies are getting restless.
I know. I can hear them. What's going on?
Jill!
What's wrong?
They're coming!
They're getting restless, huh?
They know we're here.
Hey, calm down.
Any objections to my playing hero this time?
What are you doing? Carlos! Carlos! No!
Relax. I'm not dead yet.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. That hero stuff is harder than it looks.
In a way, I feel all the things that you pass by, it's kind of like, hey, you remember that? Remember that? Cool. Now run past it, and let's let Nemesis blow it up. And then there's like a whole scene where you're just literally running up the stairs of this one location, get to the roof, you fight Nemesis, and then that's kind of it. And then it blows up, and you just get out. That's pretty much it. There's... And that's one of the scenes where I tell you where you cross over that long bridge and you're good to go. And with that, that's the end of part 3 and my overall thoughts of Resident Evil 3 on the first playthrough. Those are the overall immediate thoughts I had. So, in my opinion, if I had to give it a rating, I don't want to, but I'd probably give it maybe like a 5.5, maybe a 6. I mean, the game is enjoyable, but it just feels like it's so incomplete. There are just too many things that I've listed in video 1 and video 2, part 1 and part 2, that there's too many items that are just missing. And with that, like if I was being generous, I'd probably say like 6, but 5.5 is probably what I would give. I don't really like giving a number system because it can be okay, can be alright, but it's just, overall, like I wish they hit this one out of the park, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it should have been DLC. And if anything, if they did this and released it with Resident Evil Outbreak, I would have been completely fine with that. But again, I'm still standing by that the original plan was Resident Evil Project Resistance. And with Project Resistance, it wasn't getting the best reaction. They kind of just panicked and made this game with the reused assets, mainly all from Resident Evil 2 Remake. The AI is not there. The programming's not there. Nemesis is a cutscene monster. I just wish there was more done. But those are my overall thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed the comparisons and all the other videos that I mixed and matched with all these. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe out there. Leave a comment below if you agree, disagree. If not, we'll see you guys in the next one. And have a great day, guys. Later.